My daughter insulted me in front of my family. When I confronted her, my wife took her side. I just smiled. The next day, I cut them both off financially, filed for divorce, and watched them lose their minds. I'm Johnny, 42, plumber, 18 years married, raising a daughter, working myself half to death so they could have everything. It all ended at my parents' anniversary dinner. My daughter Monica sat at the end of the table, eyes glued to her phone. Dad asked about her business internship. She barely looked up. I mean, it's not like I want to end up like him, crawling under sinks for the rest of my life. The table went silent. I told her to apologize. That's when my wife's head snapped toward me. Don't talk to her like that. She's just expressing herself. My own wife, taking our daughter's side. While she trashed the work that paid for their entire lifestyle, I smiled, nodded, finished my dinner. That night, I pulled out our prenup, the one my wife fought me on 18 years ago. Everything I'd owned before marriage stayed mine. The house, my business, my trucks, all protected. Then I started digging, opened our joint checking account, found a pattern. Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, $50 parking charges, the Riverside Inn, that upscale hotel downtown. My wife's calendar showed yoga class with Denise during those exact times. I'd never seen her do yoga, not once. Then I found the business credit card statements. Someone had been using my account for personal purchases, high-end boutiques, jewelry stores, spa treatments, forged checks written to fake vendors, $22,000 over 6 months, 40 grand total. I installed cameras, wireless, cloud backup, front door, living room, hallway. Tuesday morning, I told my wife I had a job across town. She said she had yoga anyway. At noon, my phone buzzed, motion detected. A black Audi pulled into my driveway. Peter stepped out, my best friend of 20 years, the guy who'd been in my wedding. He pulled out my spare key and let himself into my house. 20 minutes later, my wife's car pulled in. I watched for 30 seconds, then turned off my phone. I drove straight to my lawyer, showed him the bank statements, the forged checks, the camera footage. He laid out the plan. File for divorce Monday, civil suit for the stolen money Wednesday. The prenup was rock solid. She couldn't touch anything. That evening, I started making changes. Removed her as an authorized user on every credit card. Rerouted my business income away from the joint account. Changed all my passwords. By morning, I'd financially cut her off without her even realizing it. Wednesday, my wife tried to use her credit card at the grocery store. Declined. She called immediately. I told her the bank flagged suspicious charges. Could be fraud. Might take weeks. I could hear other shoppers in the background. Her standing there with a full cart and no way to pay. Thursday, Monica tried to gas up her car. Declined. Tried to buy lunch. Declined again. She came storming in, demanding I fix this. I told her to get a job. Mentioned I remembered someone saying they didn't want to end up like me. Her face went red. Friday morning, the process server showed up. I dropped the divorce papers on the coffee table. This house is mine, just like it was before we got married. Monica started crying. I told her she made her choices. Now she got to live with them. The divorce took 3 months. The prenup held. She got her car and half the joint savings. 8 grand total. Everything else stayed mine. Peter lost his business, his house, started working hourly at the company he used to own. 3 months later, he asked to meet. That he wanted to apologize. I showed up in my new truck, company logo on the door. He walked in looking like he'd lost 30 pounds. Dark circles, cheap clothes. He went into his apology. Said he threw away 20 years of friendship. He was truly sorry. I let him finish. Then I looked him in the eyes. You want forgiveness? Go talk to a priest. You're talking to the wrong guy. I stood up, dropped a 20 on the table. Don't expect me to forgive you. I just want you to live with the fact that you blew up a 20-year friendship for 6 months with a woman who didn't even want you enough to leave me for you. He was crying. Man, I can't live like this. I don't owe you a shoulder to cry on, Peter. You made your bed. Now lie in it. I walked out. Never heard from him again. People ask if I regret it, especially cutting my daughter off. The answer is no. You don't waste your time on people who treat you like dirt. I'm good.